So, hello, everyone. Yeah. Thank you for joining our shareholder update conference this time. I know some of you are from overseas, so the time zone really different. Yeah, but here in the U.S., it's Friday afternoon. Welcome all of you to our shareholder update meeting today. Yeah, we will start in a couple of minutes. Yeah, at 4:15 sharp Eastern. So please bear with us for a few minutes. And thank you for those of you who have come into the room a lot earlier. And thank you for your patience. We will start momentarily. Well, thank you very much for taking your time to join us this time for our shareholder investor update conference. I think there are more people still joining at this time, so we will go over the safe harbor statement at the moment, and then we will start to go into the main content a little bit. As you know, this presentation contains forward-looking statement with information that pertains to the future, with terms and expressions such as may, future, plan, will, should, expected, anticipate, draft, etc. And those are subject to multiple or multitude of risks and uncertainties that could cause future circumstances, events, or result to differ materially from those projected in the forward-looking statement as a result of various factors, and some of which, or many of which, may be beyond our control. So please keep that in mind. We are talking with our best knowledge at the moment, but things can change in the future. We cannot control it. So I just want to keep that in mind. And we will provide you with the most up-to-date information as we have at this moment. We should have had this conference call a long time ago. Actually, I made a commitment, or I promised to our shareholders that we would not have a shareholder conference call until we close one of the financing packages. But time has lapsed, and we have many times come so close to a package, and then something happened that didn't have, we couldn't do it, and then it kept going like that for a long time. And we say tomorrow, mañana. It's like a broken record every time. Mañana, it's when I woke up, I say, oh, today is a new day, and tomorrow is a new day too. But it's the same old thing every day. We don't have anything to show, so it's very, very frustrating. Very embarrassing. That's why. It's hard. I say, well, we have to have one closing on our belt so that we can have a conference call that makes everybody happy. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. And then we kept trying very hard, but it came to a point when we have decided that we just cannot keep the information or keep quiet. Where our investors, our shareholders are looking for information. Of course, we have updated our shareholders and the investment community with material public information, through our AKs filing, through press releases and so forth, but we didn't intentionally or on purpose promote the company stock or you know, or hype the stock, do anything, that really share a lot of additional information to our shareholders. And some of you have been very patient, tried to reach out to me, but unfortunately, I just couldn't answer each and every one of you. And at times I feel, that's not a good thing, because if I share some information with some of you and do not share with the rest of you, that's not fair either. So I say, well, in spite of my my promise not to have a conference call until we have a closing, because actually this week we were expecting to have two closing. One should have happened yesterday, and also one should have happened today or even the day before yesterday. But then we still have, we've run into some slight contingencies that have pushed it forward a little bit. We expect to have one closing on Monday, and then next week maybe one or two more. But I say, well, it's better to share with you now, and then so you know what to expect for next week, rather than just cancel this this conference, which would be, the service would be a shame to everyone. So I decided to keep this call, even though we have a lot of good information to share, but not a closing yet. Well, we have an 8K, but 8K today is not a 8K of a closing of a finance package, but it's a prelude, it's a indication or pointing to what's going to happen for the next coming weeks here. That being said, of course, I believe most of you, if not all of you here, are already shareholders of the company or those who have followed the company over time. So we're not going to go into too much detail. Just a very quick introduction, for those of you who might not heard about what PSI Group or Philux Global Group is all about. We are a Wyoming company, used to be registered in the state of Nevada, and then we domiciled into Wyoming. And but the original formation or incorporation of the company dated back in June 1982. And the company used to be doing merger and acquisition and some other services way back before we took over. The company is now trading on the OTC market, reporting with the SEC, par value 0.001. We have 60 billion shares, authorized 500 million shares of preferred stock. The 60 billion being common stock. And we have about 46.8 billion shares common stock issued and outstanding, about 600,000 shares of non-convertible preferred stock. So that's the overall structure of the company. As far as the corporate strategy and scope of business is concerned, our strategy is still the same. We want to build and deploy valuable resources with distinctive competitive advantages. And we do have some of those. Those who have looked into the company, those who are new, we will share that with you a little bit, but just a very brief overview. And we want to participate and compete in attractive businesses that have large growing market potential. We want to create long-term value and provide points of exit for our investor, either through capital appreciation or a sell or spin off a business unit. That's our overall 30,000 foot overview of our strategy. And right now, our core scope of business or businesses combined consists of the following: the Geomagnetic energy technology and the Asia Diamond Exchange and International Financial Center project in Vietnam, advisory consulting services and merger acquisitions, and the Philux Global Fund, and also special situation, investing in situations that are unique, that have the potential to generate extraordinary return on investment for our shareholders in the long term. That's our overall corporate strategy. As I have mentioned to our shareholders and investor and the investment community over time, almost every time, our stock, our company is not a typical, a regular OTC company. No, we have some very, very high aspiration and ambitions for the company. We want to do something different, something big, something that contributes to major changes that will benefit not only our shareholders, but society in general. We want to bring some kind of value that will last for a long time. That's why it's not another OTC company trend at all. And I have hope I have not overemphasized the fact that, of course, it takes longer and it's more risky than going to into something that is smaller, easier to do. And we are the only company, not only on the OTC, but in the whole stock market right now, that is doing the Asian Diamond Exchange and the International Financial Center program in Vietnam. No company has been trying to do that. And our advisor and strategist Ben Smith has spent 7 years working together with us, not only to help us establish the Philux Global Funds in Luxembourg, but also to design, to organize, and to assemble and gather and bring together major participants in the diamond industry for us to be able to have the means, the way to set up an international financial center together with the Asia Diamond Exchange. And the fact that doing this kind of thing is not any company that can do it. You have to have at least 4 distinctive prerequisites in order to do that. Number one, you have to have long-term, ample, sustainable rough diamond supply to provide to a diamond exchange. And fortunately, because of Dr. Benedict's relationship and expertise and experience in the diamond industry, when he set up the Dubai Diamond Exchange way back in 2002, 2003, his relationship in the diamond producing countries in Africa, in Canada, and etc., and also his pristine credential and relationship with major international players in this market. If you could have a lot of money, but you cannot do it. You have to have not only ample supply of diamond resources, but also have to have a lot of financial resources, and also the credential, the relationship that can influence participants and so-called players, diamanteers in this in the marketplace to join you. And also we need to have a venue that is compatible, not only compatible, but also more competitive than others in order to attract people to come to your place. And we believe we have all those 4 components that have been assembled, put together, organized, and designed, ready to launch, thanks to the participant, that in the diamond industry that have decided to come and join us. But of course, it's still in the work. It's not done yet. We have engaged Dr. Benedict to assist us both in the design and establishment of the Asia Diamond Exchange and also the International Financial Center. And it's one of its kind because it takes the combination of the Dubai Diamond Exchange and International Financial Center together with another European International Financial Center has been very, very successful. We take the quintessences, the best of the best, we put together and also combine and adapt to the law, international law, so that we have a complete package. Actually, it takes a long time to put together a program like that, even the International Finance Center. But right now, technically, we pretty much have it on a silver plate thanks to Dr. Benedict's work and his team over the previous year and more recently, focus on it. And of course, we have obligation we need to meet financially and otherwise, for Dr. Benedict to continue working with us. But we will share with you about that later. So I was talking about the Asian Diamond Exchange, and then something else. Yeah, before I go in further, I want to pause a little bit here because I want to take this moment to thank all of you, our shareholders, our investors, long-term, short-term, those who are happy with the company, those who believe in the company, and those who have been a little bit upset with me as well. I understand, because it's been long, and then you expected the company to rise in price quickly, alongside with the market. But our situation is a little bit different, and I think in due time we'll be able to show that kind of value for our shareholders. There've been so many times that I thought, this would be the last day. I wouldn't be able to continue anyway because with all the pressures, all the challenges, all the frustrations and delays and so forth. But I say, wow, it's my job, my mandate. I have to finish it. I cannot drop the ball in the middle now, no matter how hard, how difficult it is. So I'm still here. I will continue to work on this to bring it to conclusion for all of us. Let me touch base on the where's the money? I think this is something that everybody wants to hear. What happened with the financing packages? We've been working on a number of financing packages. This past year, since February until now, we devoted a lot of time, energy, efforts, and money into a number of packages. And up to now, we are very close to closing some of them, even though it's not done as of this moment. But these are some of the things we want to share with you. We expect to close this coming week the 30 million partial tranche of a bigger one. And then we also have the $285 million package. And also alongside with that, we have $28,500,000, smaller one as well. And then we have the 100 million, and then the 3,000 million, which is $3 billion, and the 90 million, the one we just updated with the 8K today. These we are expecting to close. Some of them, if not all of them. We were pushing to close all of them, except the 90 million. I think we may take until sometime in January. But between now and Christmas, we expect to close at least 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe a partial of the fifth one. That's what we're looking to see in the next coming weeks here. And then for until the end of the first quarter of 2025, we want to completely close all of them including the 1 billion and 200 million. If we can accomplish all these between now and the end of the first quarter of 2025, then we have closed a total of on the if we didn't include the 330 million, then we will have closed $5.5 billion of these financing packages. If we complete all of them, will be about total of $6 billion. Most of them, of the work have been done. We still need to complete certain things, but I think after we close the first one, everything will fall into place and will be we find it will make our selling a lot smoother. And I want to pause here a little bit. I want to thank our investor, our shareholders. Many of you have supported the company either through loans, either through restricted shares purchasing, and so forth. Of course, and it's been long and it's been frustrating not to see any progress, any result. But trust me, I never sit idle. I work day and night trying to bring this to across the finish line so that we can see the result. And I believe this coming week and the coming weeks between now and Christmas, especially the first quarter of 2025, we see a lot of good things under our belt, and then we can ramp up and execute on our business plan, what will be the real job. Right now it's just on the fans' faces. And alongside with this package, we have also attended and got to know a lot of major institutional investors through the introduction of the U.S. Department of Commerce, and also U.S. embassies in a number of countries, the Middle East and even in Europe and Asia and so forth. So those relationships are very, very, very valuable for us, especially when it comes to major projects like the Asian Diamond Exchange project and the International Financial Center. The one in Dubai, I think it costs a lot of money, maybe 30 and some $1 billion to build it out. But the one we are looking to do in Vietnam probably even costs more. But this will be one of its kind. It's the first ever Asian Diamond Exchange and International Financial Center of this magnitude in the Asian hemisphere. And so it's a major project, not only for us as a company who organizes together with our international partners, but also for industry leaders, for countries, and so forth. So that's something, it's very worth our while. I was jokingly talking with Dr. Benedict as well, when Jacob in the Old Testament, he was working for 7 years expecting to get a wife, and I said, well, I'm already married, I'm reaching another wife, I'm fine, I'm okay. But we went after these 7 years, we want to be able to start the Diamond Exchange and the International Financial Center. So hopefully we don't have to spend another 7 years in order to get to the next stage. But our desire and ambition and objective is alongside with the new U.S. administration for the next 4 years. We want to accomplish some very major milestones, and then I think by that time, of course, there'll be better people that can run the company, can manage it going forward. I'm mainly trying to organize and put this in. The organization, everything in order, but we need a lot of help, need a lot of support. This is something that I cannot do myself. And thanks to a lot of people who have been working behind the scene. Some of you have never heard, some of you don't know the hours that we spend, like our board of advisors, even some of our major shareholders who have shared information, insight, and encouragement, urge me on and say, continue, don't give up, continue. Sometimes it's not easy, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, but without your help and support, you have not been able to come to this state. And honestly, I want to share with you, some of you, don't like the delays and the lack of results and so forth, and not happy. But I pray for all of you quite often, very often, honestly. I pray that God bless all of us, all our shareholders. Doesn't matter if you're mad at me or you're happy. To me, I must finish my job. I must deliver the end result. And I have constantly pray that God bless all of us. It's as much as we want to do. If we don't have His blessing, if we have His favor, we can try as much as we can. So I keep that in mind, because the reason, in spite of the difficulties, the challenges, the setbacks, sometimes the frustration and so forth, humanly speaking, I believe that this is not my project. This is not what's something I want to do for myself, but I want to do it because of all our shareholders, all our investors, but ultimately to leave something that is good for society and also to bring honor to our maker. That's my ultimate goal. So please, that's my real the bottom of my heart. I will share that with you. So as long as I do my best, I uh, whatever the outcome, and of course we want good outcomes, and I believe we will have good outcomes. But we uh, uh, as long as that I've given my very best, I think mm, I I cannot be be sad at myself or anything. Just want to share that with you as a thought. And I will talk about our major initiative. I want to share with you the geomagnetic energy technology, which is one of its kind. Actually, it's just amazing. There's a gentleman who has worked on this technology for the last 40 years, and now we have come together, and his team have decided to work with us and to allow us to use this technology to bring new what do you call pure energy, to the whole planet. It's not just the U.S. It's just not one country. And when you have a chance, please look at the website Philux, ge.com. Like Philux, globalenergy.com. That's the website. We don't have time to go too much into uh, detail at this moment, but I just want to share with you. We have filed a provisional patent application for the technology. We'll complete the rest of the filing. It's just not one invention. There are 86 inventions that have been completed. We will file them one by one to develop over time. But with the provisional patent application, we can go ahead and commercialize our product. And what our strategy for the moment, we want to focus on the coal-fired fossil fuel power plants and the power for EV charging station, automobile hybrid system, and then pure energy for power generation and transportation. I want to share with you a little bit so you know the scope and the magnitude, the size of the industry and how big this can be. Let me see if I can switch to a different slide here so that we can see that better. Let me see. Okay. Let me share this one. Okay. We don't have time to go over all the slide, but I just want to share with you. Let me see if I can move this somehow. No. So I don't see it anymore. Let me see what happened. Okay, good. Can you see? Okay. If you look at the okay, for the coal fire and fossil fuel energy industry, if we look at oh, okay, we look at coal, for coal-fired power plants, for example, the annual saving on the volume of the coal and also the value of carbon credit is about almost $6 trillion a year. For the gas power plants, on the annual saving for volume is about almost 6 trillion. An annual value of carbon credits about 1.5 trillion, about $7.8 trillion. And for oil, in particular, it's about annual saving about 8.5 trillion, and carbon credits about 231 billion a year. And total is about $22 trillion saving a year. So it's a huge, it's a huge market. We're looking at about roughly about 3,200 coal-fired power plants all over the world, and about 3.5 million megawatts, just on the coal-fired alone. So the market for us is huge, and our major initiative will be to target on the elimination of coal and fossil fuel for the energy industry. That's our major focus, and it applies not only to America but so many other countries, India, Indonesia, and so forth. They use a lot of coal for power generation, for that matter. Let me see if we can go back to our other slide. Okay, so we look at the coal-fired fossil fuel power plants, which is about saving about $22 trillion dollars, market size. So it's huge for us. And then we, at the moment, we already developed the technology for power for EV charging station. Our system can help recharge an electric vehicle within like 6 and 8 minutes, and ready to go. But what the fully magnetic technology we have for EV, for electric vehicle, there'll be no charging required, and no power, batteries storage is needed, and there's no electric motor is required either. That's our next generation, which has already been designed. Right now we are working with Nissan to provide a new hybrid system for them that can run like for 1 gallon, probably about 200 to 230 miles. That's the new range that we are able to provide. But ultimately, that will not need to have the gas component for the hybrid system when they use our ultimately completely pure system. That's what we want as the next state of development. Is completely pure energy for power generation, for transportation, and etc. We don't need any fuel. I don't need any energy. Power storage. We don't need charging. We don't need anything at all. And that will be the next pure energy, geomagnetic, without any grid, any power transmission at all. So that's what we be doing with the geomagnetic renewable energy program we are launching right now. And then next is our Asian Diamond Exchange and International Financial, which I have shared a little bit with you before. This one, as far as development and design, everything, we are almost done. The Asian embassy is considered done. International Center probably will take another few months. It'll be complete. It takes a long time to put together something like this, but thanks to the work of Dr. Prince Benedict, we are almost there. With it's almost on a silver plate, ready to be presented to the Vietnamese government or any government for that sake. But right now, our focus is doing it in Vietnam on the Thanh Da Island. Actually, Thanh Da Island is or peninsula is a very special location. For the past 30 years, there have been many groups that wanted to do some very significant development program at this location, but for some reason, it's still available until the moment. I think we have something that is unique, that is significant enough, that can make a big difference, and I think that would be very, very valuable for the country, and also for what Vietnam used to say is the pearl of the Far East. So now with the diamond exchange, it indeed will be the pearl of the Far East. As far as our subsidiary right now, we focus on Philux Global Energy. We also have Philux Global Advisor, Philux Capital Advisor, Asia Diamond Exchange, Philux Global Funds, Philux Global Healthcare. Those are the ones that are active at the moment. But what we want to share with you is what are we looking to see accomplished in the very, very short term between now and Christmas and New Year's Day and the first quarter 2025 is to close these 6 or 7 financing packages to start the application process for the Asia Diamond Exchange and also International Financial Center. And alongside, we want to be by the first quarter, we will have completed the hybrid system for Nissan, and also we'll have prototypes for demonstration units that can be deployed through our Philux Global Energy subsidiary. So this will be a short call just to bring you up to date. And I want to share a few things with our shareholders who have subscribed about restricted share of the company. Yeah, we have changing the transfer agent. We need to complete some onboarding document quickly, and so that we can issue the share for you, and also those of you who have notes in the company. And some of you understand you were very frustrated. Not many, a few of you, but yet have also demand or request us to address those matter, through the legal system. Yeah, we want to come back and want to share with you. Yeah, we want to be fair with you. We want to do what is right and good, and we will honor our application as far as it is fair and just and reasonable. So we do not forget you. We appreciate and thank all of you. Even those who have sometimes criticized me a little bit heavily, but it's okay. I understand. I need to finish my job, so I don't take it personal at all. I just need to bring the value for all our shareholders, so that all of us can be a happy camper, and that's most important. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your continued trust in me. And even if you do not trust in me, I will continue to do my job, and we'll finish and bring it to across the finish lines, and to share with you what all of our shareholders can enjoy. So I mean it with all my heart, and I trust that God, who started the good work in us, will bring them to pass. And of course, our buyback program is not something we take it lightly, but we have priorities at this stage. We need to do what is what can create more value for our shareholders, and we want to be able to use some of the earnings from our fees so far from this financing program to buy back a lot of shares as much as we can. But at the same time, we want to deploy the funds, the financial resources to do what can create more value for our shareholders. So it's a balancing act as well. Yeah. At this time, I want to conclude our update at this moment, and hopefully next week we will have another conference call with some AKs to share, and so that's what we are looking forward to. But I think I will be more we more approachable, more accessible to you by holding frequent conference calls so that all of our shareholders can have access to the same kind of information. Because if I answer some of your inquiries, a few people, and the rest don't know what's going on, I don't think it's fair either. So that's what I want to intend to do, even though I broke my promise and said that I will only do a conference call to our shareholder when we have closed a package. But I don't think, that's something that it is strictly that I will have to go on to that, because it's better to share information than to let some of you leave you some in the dark. It's not a fair thing. Well, thank you very much. May God continue to be with us and to bless all of you, all of us. And I will continue to do my job. And please feel free to share. And then as much as I can, I will try to answer you. But more likely, we will have more frequent conference calls to update our shareholders on a regular basis. Thank you very much. Take good care, and may God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Recording stopped.